finest ballpark.
This is Margaret Lee, Special People in Places. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama at the historic Rickwood Field. I have with me David Brewer, and he's affiliated with the Rickwood historical part of this. Explain it to us, David.
Margaret, welcome to the ballpark.
Thank you.
It's exciting to have you today. I represent the Friends of Rickwood Field. We're the nonprofit agency that's responsible for the management and operations of the ballpark. We handle the fundraising, the scheduling, the marketing, the actual restoration of the facility. We also play baseball, and so we're excited to have you today with baseball being played.
This is amazing. We already heard from one player. He said it's a thrill for them to be here. So games are actually played here. Now, can people rent this, have functions here?
Yes, rentals serve as one of our revenue tools, one of the ways that we generate revenue for the ballpark. All of our revenue is then reinvested in the park, and certainly field rentals, games, private events, that is a significant part of our budget. And so today, this is an organization called Play at the Plate. They're a men's travel ball organization, and we have teams from Georgia, Texas, and Huntsville playing today. And so it's quite exciting.
David, can anyone come down here and tour the stadium?
Yes, ma'am. We're open to the public, and so during our regular operating hours, we offer both guided and self-guided tours. And so we do, in terms of tours, we have everything from individuals to families, school groups, bus tours, and so we are open for business, and we embrace the touring community.
Well, it's summertime, and it sure would be nice to get some of those groups in here.
Well, in summer is certainly one of our busy times of the year. With the kids out of school, we get a lot of families that are traveling. Some visiting Birmingham as their destination, some just passing through. But then we get a lot of local folks as well, and maybe a local family whose father played here, or maybe they attended games early on, and so we just get a variety of visitors. It's at the park, some local, some out-of-town guests, but it's very rewarding to have the visitors and hear them comment on the park. And
to run on by when you're in Birmingham, run on by Rickwood Field.
Well, the exposure that your program generates for us is invaluable in terms of getting the Rickwood name out there and encouraging guests to stop. So we're very appreciative.
So close in Jasper, but I truly didn't realize this was the oldest stadium in the country.
That's correct. The National Park Service recognizes Rickwood Field as America's oldest baseball park. And our organization, the Friends of Rickwood, we have used that as our primary marketing and fundraising angle, that designation from the National Park Service.
Right. Now, you said there isn't really a museum here, but you do have historic photos, right?
That's correct. And we view the park as a living history museum in itself. And so part of our tour opportunity includes photographs and some other artifacts that we do have on display here. They take a brochure, and it includes a map, and it says, follow this route through the park and enjoy these things. It includes these walls that we refer to as the photo walls. And so we've tried to tell the story of the ballpark through photographs. The park was built by a gentleman named Rick Woodward, and this is Mr. Woodward standing in with the team. This photo is taken in 1914. The ballpark opened in 1910. So this is relatively early in the park's life. Mr. Woodward was not a ball player per se, a member of the team, but he signed the paychecks. And if you sign the paychecks, you can put your uniform on anytime you care to. And so yes, sir. This is Rick Woodward, the builder of the ballpark. He was the team owner, and he was the man in charge. So if you sign the paychecks, you can put your uniform on, and you can stand in with your team. So many of our early team photos include Mr. Woodward dressed in his uniform. There are over 110 members of the Baseball Hall of Fame who have played at Rickwood Field. And this is an example. This is Ted Williams with the Boston Red Sox here at Rickwood Field in 1950. The park served as the home field for the Birmingham Barons and also the Birmingham Black Barons. And so this is a photograph of some of the Birmingham Black Baron ball players. These three are all local Birmingham guys. This gentleman is named Piper Davis. Piper's daughter, Faye Davis, works for the Chamber of Commerce. The Visitors Bureau, Convention and Visitors Bureau here in Birmingham. And so Miss Davis comes out to the park frequently, and it's always nice to see.
Do we know what year that photo is?
This is the 1948 Negro League All-Star Game. And this gentleman is a Memphis Red Sox ball player, and these are Birmingham Black Baron ball players. This is Babe Ruth at Rickwood Field, another Hall of Fame member. This is a gentleman named Denny McClain, who was a former Major League ball player, a Cy Young Award winner here in the minor leagues at this point.
And is that him playing here?
Yes, ma'am. All of these photographs are taken here, with this exception. This was taken at the Negro League All-Star Game, which was not held at Rickwood. But we think it's a significant photo because it does, it confirms that the Birmingham Black Baron ball players were of the highest caliber. And so these gentlemen have made the All-Star Game. This is just one of our representative team photos. This is taken in 1949. One of the tools that we use to date our photographs, if it isn't stated specifically, is by looking at the features of the ballpark. The light towers, for example, were erected in 1936. So if we have a photo that includes the light towers, we know it's after 1936. And so that's one of the tools that we use.
Do you think the Bankhead brothers, any of them still there in 49, they had kind of gone on then?
The Bankhead family, I believe they had 4 brothers. They were all significant African-American ball players. We do have one photograph of Dan Bankhead in one of our interior rooms, which it would be my pleasure to show you.
Be anxious to show that because, out of the Jasper area, Walker County.
The Bankhead brothers are well known. Some of our photographs, one of the things that I find exciting and interesting about the photographs is when you see the crowd. And so this photograph is taken in 1948, and there's literally not an empty seat in the house. And so it suggests that baseball was popular and that the community felt strongly about their team. And we know that that is true for both the Birmingham Barons and the Birmingham Black Barons. And so in those terms, the ballpark plays a role in the community in terms of shaping community identity and serving as a source of community pride and contributing to the social fabric of the community. And so photographs like this, I think, help capture that. Hope is that when visitors come in and they're able to see the photographs, and that the photographs help tell the story, and from that the visitors can kind of get a sense of the ball players and the teams, but also the role that the park plays in the community. And we just think it's an exciting place.
It is. It is.
And you mentioned that you had the pleasure of meeting Ted Radcliffe, also known as Double Duty. And so
I did.
This is one of our photographs, includes Double Duty Radcliffe as a Birmingham Black Baron ball player. And he looks a little older in this photograph, perhaps, than some of the other players. And it's because he enjoyed a Negro League career that spanned 3 decades. And he played for multiple teams, but at this time he was playing for the Birmingham Black Barons.
Tell us about this Play at the Plate baseball.
Play at the Plate Baseball is a company that runs adult baseball tournaments at major league parks, spring training sites, and historical stadiums and parks like this at Rickwood Field, which is our favorite.
Rickwood is the favorite. That's good to hear.
Yeah, actually, we have the distinction of being the only company ever allowed to play at Fenway and Wrigley. We played at PNC, Progressive Field, many other major league fields, but this is still, for most of us that come here, and for me in particular, it's my favorite place. And it's the oldest park in America, and it's fabulous. And David and Alvin just keep this place workable and enjoyable, and it's always a pleasure to come down to Birmingham.
Oh, well, I tell you, it is an honor for me just to be here. It's so historic.
Willie Mays' first field, Satchel Paige pitch here, Stan Musial hit a ball off the top of the roof, the 27 Yankees came through here at one time, Reggie, I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and it's, if you're into baseball, and even if you can't play, you should just still come down here and look at just come here to the park and see what it is. It's a historical landmark, and thank goodness for people like David and the Friends of Rickwood that keep this open, because this, I'm sure, could have fallen victim of the wrecking ball a number of times. But
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and we're very privileged. Yeah, we pay to play here, and gladly we should be paying more. And that's all I want to say is, and it's our customers. We have a team from New York. They got on the airplanes and came down here to play here this weekend. And it's a privilege to play here, and we'll always be here. And we'll do everything we can to help David and the group.
Oh, that is so good to hear, because I noticed it was actually on the Alabama list of historic landmarks first, and then on the national.
That's what makes it so great. I mean, look, this is the real deal. The playing field is in immaculate condition. The stands are always, I mean, is it old? Sure it is. That's what, it's old. I mean, it's not going to be. I don't want to see them get new seats. All right, no. I mean, keep things the way they are, but they keep it in a condition that is thoroughly playable and enjoyable. I mean, that's really a tribute to David and Alvin in particular.
Well, just meeting him and hearing what you say, it's in good hands, and they really have a love for this place, and they will do everything they can.
David is as passionate about Rickwood Field as I am about play at the plate, and that's a great mix for here, and it's great for the city of Birmingham to have somebody like him here. It really is the real deal. I mean, I've had the privilege of walking through the clubhouse and the tunnel at Fenway Park and coming out, and that was great, and Wrigley Field is great, and they're all great. This is in a league by itself. Rickwood Field is in a league by itself. And the first time I came here, before I met David, I came here, I passed in town, I always wanted to play here, years before we started playing here. And I went on my own self-guided tour, and I went out to center field knowing that Willie Mays had stood there as a 16-year-old. And I'm not ashamed to say it, I just started crying. I started crying because I knew I just got, something just grabbed me. And when I got the business going and under our belts, we got some things done, I made it a point that we had to come here and play. And this is our 4th or 5th year here, and we'll continue to come. So it's just a privilege to be here. It's great.
Now, all of your players, did they play on other teams? Were they professional? Or
today, just by chance, we have an ex-professional who's going to pitch this afternoon from the Boston Red Sox. Oil Can Boyd is pitching in the next game. But most of the guys that play here still play organized baseball back home in their own leagues. So we're not a league per se. We just run individual events like this for a weekend to be able to come to historic places like this, or go to Fenway Park, or we have a trip to Japan. We take a team to Japan every September. I work for Major League Baseball. I run some events for them at the All-Star Game every year. So my life is baseball, but not to sound sappy, but it begins and ends with Rickwood Field for me anyway, and it always will.
Oh, that is so good to hear. Where are you from?
I live on the eastern end of Long Island, a region called the Hamptons. I live in a beautiful little town called Hampton Bays, and I hitched up the trailer and drove down 1,100 miles. David didn't buy me dinner like he said he was going to do the other night, but anyway.
I'm sure he will.
I doubt it. David's pretty tight. I love him. And I get a chance to drive down. I believe me, I stopped at 2 or 3 friends' houses and spent the night and had nice dinners. I drove through the Appalachian Mountains. I'm here, and I'll head back Monday morning, and yeah, it's a nice little lifestyle, I have to tell you. I don't make a lot of money, but I'm loving life.
Oh, it just sounds like more fun. I mean, I know people seeing this will be so envious.
Well, they don't have to be. They should just come out and play. Go to our website, playattheplate.org, and please, you can sign up and come to any event that we have. We're playing actually another historic field next month in Toledo, the former home of the Mud Hens, the Toledo Mud Hens at Ned Skelvin Field, and then they're going to play a game on their brand new field. We've got plenty of programs. We play at Doubleday Field in Cooperstown. We have our trip to Japan in September. We take one team. We play against Japanese teams. We play in the Tokyo Dome. It's a nice little niche thing. So it's okay.
What was your life's work? I mean, what was your occupation?
Before this, I was in landscape construction out in the Hamptons, and I was doing that for about 30 years, and I ran a couple of events just to supplement my income. And then for whatever reasons, I just loved it too much, and I wanted to make it my full-time work, and it is a full-time job. Because I run another baseball business that's geared more towards corporate outings and things. But Play at the Plate is, even though we run only 8 or 9 events a year, it's every day you're sending out. It's a lot of work, more than people think. But
I can't even imagine the planning.
Everything is speculative. There's nothing that's guaranteed that the guys are going to come. It's just the fact that we have a really good product and people know that we're going to do the best we can to make sure they have fun. I mean, in addition to the fee they pay me, the team from New York had to get on planes, rent a car, stay at a hotel. I mean, there's expense here. And we understand that, and we try to make it as affordable for them that I can still make a profit and they can still come. And apparently it's working. So
sure are glad.
I'm thrilled. It's changed my life. The last 13 years has been the best 13 years of my life because I got to meet people like David and David Fanton and Alvin. And I have friends throughout America that I didn't have 12 years ago. And
so these historic stadiums have their group of people working just like David Brewer here at Rickwood.
Yep.
And what a thrill for you guys.
It is a thrill. I mean, this is probably my 5th year, David. 5 years I've been coming here, but every time I come yesterday, I drop the trailer off, and before I do anything, I just come through here and I just stand and I look around. I look at how privileged and really honored it is for us to be able to even be on this field. I mean, the city of Birmingham could have kept this open as a national monument or museum and only let a couple of people play on it, but they don't, and they open it up to people like us. And it's great. It really is great. And it's a lot of fields that don't do that. All right?
Really?
There's a lot of fields that in the major leagues that they don't want anything to do with you. It's which is sad. But
it is sad.
A friend and a client. That's a great thing.
You are all having a ball.
Yes, we are, and we'll continue to. So.
Oh, Scott, thank you so much for explaining this. And what a great life you have.
Well, don't be envious. It's a lot of driving, and there's some downside to it also. But yes,
it always is.
I have a great life.
Yes, you have.
I'm surrounded by baseball and good people, and that's what else could you really ask for? People say my job is my pleasure. Not a lot of people get to say that, and it's not about money. It's about earning money. It's if you're able to work at something you thoroughly enjoy.
Exactly. It isn't really a job.
It isn't. It's not. At times it is. You deal with some certain things, but for the most part it's not. I just thoroughly enjoy it and love it.
Oh my gosh. So those functions you go to every year, really?
Yes. Yep. So
that keeps you busy.
Yeah, it does. I mean, a couple, 10 days from now I'm on a plane to San Diego working for MLB at the All-Star game. That'll be a week. I come home, it's a week, then back driving in the car to Toledo, then 2 weeks, then trip to Japan, which is great, but it really takes a lot out of you, then up to Cooper. So it has its moments where it gets a little overwhelming, but there's some downtime and enjoy. I live in a beautiful part of the world, so I can go to the beach whenever I want to, and it's not as hot as it is here today where I live, David. So.
Does your family get to travel with you at all?
Unfortunately, no. No, they don't. They're so busy. On occasions they do, but I'm off and running all over the place. So.
True, but goodness, Scott, I'm just so glad for those kind words about Birmingham and Rickwood. Scott Green, it's been a pleasure to meet you and hear about Play at the Plate. And people just need to get down to Rickwood and see this historic place.
Yeah, they don't. They're missing out. You don't have to play with us. We wish you would, but you need to come down there and see what this place is about. And you should. If you have any baseball love at all, you need to come here. You just do. And if you don't, you're missing out. You're missing out on something that is our national treasure. This is our national baseball jewel. There's a crown, and in the middle of it is Rickwood Field. And Fenway and Wrigley and Yankee and whatever. They're great, but they're not Rickwood Field, and they never will be.
Oh, Scott, well said.
I just got the fee reduced. That's why David's going. The more I talk, and the more that I don't have to write a check on Monday. So.
Introduce yourself. You're part of this historic group here.
My name's Alvin Harris, and I've been assigned to being the groundskeeper here. I've been here now, this is going on my 4th year with the Friends of Rickwood, and it's been a pleasure. Yeah.
It's the Friends of Rickwood?
It is, the Friends of Rickwood. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I know that David Brewer really appreciates you.
Yeah, I appreciate them for having me aboard. You know, this is an outstanding job, and we're surrounded about outstanding people, you know, so I enjoy it. You know, I really do.
This is just wonderful, and more people should come and see it, right?
More people should come out and see it. You know, this is a real historical place, you know, and it's just, when you come in here, you just feel at home, feel at ease, you know, and I enjoy being here every day. You know, sometimes I wish I could be here 7 days a week. Well, sometimes we are here 7 days a week, but I really enjoy it. I do. I enjoy my work. I enjoy the compliments that we get from the way the park looks, the way the field looks. I enjoy it.
Historic place. What a way to earn a living, right?
It is a way to earn a living. Actually, I have a lot of history here. Because my grandfather was on the groundskeeping crew here. My grandma.
What was his name?
His name was Doc Robertson. And my grandmother worked here. Her name's Cora Robertson. Both have been deceased now. But my mom worked here. My oldest brother worked here.
Their names.
My oldest brother is Alfred Harris. He ran the clubhouse here. My 2 younger brothers, they helped with concessions here. And when I got out of the military, I ran the visitor clubhouse here, and I also ran the home clubhouse too as well. You know, so we have a history here.
You certainly do. Your whole family. Your roots are right here at Rickwood.
It's right here, and actually I grew up in the neighborhood right there in Rising, so I'm right across the street. You know, so it's been a blast. You know.
Oh, how wonderful! All right, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for coming.
You were just saying some of the things going on here.
Yeah, we have the Birmingham City High Schools playing here. Miles College play their home games here. We have other showcase games that's played here. We have different corporations who rent the stadium, and they have a company day, a picnic, you know, and they play softball. We rent it out to families, you know. We have photo shoots here. So it's a lot going on here at Rickwood. You know, it's a lot. And we appreciate all the people who come out, you know, because that gives us something to do, which is something to do all the time. But, you know, we're motivated when fans come in and the public come in. So that kind of helps motivate us.
Oh, absolutely. And it's the passion of keeping this place, keeping it up, and never letting anything happen to it.
Oh, well, I think as long as the Friends of Rickwood here, it'll be standing. You know, I think so.
Rickwood Field.
Yeah, I think it'll be here for a long time. Long before, while I'm gone, I think it'll be here. You know.
I didn't realize until today that this is considered the oldest stadium in the country.
It is the oldest, and myself, I'm proud to be a part of it. You know, I really am. And like I said, my roots are here because I was here as a little kid. Hate to say it, but I used to climb the fence to watch the Birmingham A's play here, you know, so I have some history here myself.
You certainly do.
Yeah, and I'm proud to be a part of it, you know, I really am.
We thank you so much for your time.
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming out, and come out more often. We'll be glad to have you.
We'll sure try to.
Okay, thank you.
We spoke briefly a few moments ago about the Bankhead brothers, and so we're pleased.
Walker County boys.
That's right, and the 4 brothers, a very significant baseball family. We're pleased to have one photograph in our collection of Dan Bankhead with the Birmingham Black Barons, and so that's this photograph.
Oh, Walker County is so proud of those boys.
As they should be, as they should be. And in terms of the room where we're standing now, this is our conference room where we hold our board meetings. But we also, again, have tried to tell the story of the ballpark through images. And so a number of movies have been filmed here, and so we have our movie corner with the movie posters kind of capturing, you know, the films that have been shot here. And we offer some merchandise for sale, and folks can buy T-shirts and ball caps and coffee cups and books and posters, and that's another one of our revenue tools.
All Right. Well, it's great to have a souvenir from this wonderful place.
Well, we hope that everyone is interested in taking a piece home, and again, it does generate revenue for us.
Now, these posters, are these actually for sale?
Everything, all of our merchandise in here is for sale. The posters represent marketing material from previous Rickwood Classic ball games. This is the poster from this year. Raleigh Fingers, a member of the Baseball Hall of Fame, former Birmingham A's team member, was our special guest this year. And so the green and yellow posters are from this year's ball game. But some of these are from previous years.
Now, I noticed 42, the movie 42, we did the opening here. We did a video of that and filmed that with Link Hand. And is this the latest movie that was filmed here?
It is, Margaret. This is the most recent film that's been shot here. Marketing the park as a movie venue, a ready-made vintage baseball movie set, is one of the ways that we have generated revenue here. One of our fundraising tools.
Fantastic idea.
It is, and we just think it's a terrific place for to shoot your baseball film.
Actually, the only place.
Absolutely, the only place. That is correct. The most recent is the Jackie Robinson film, 42, filmed here about 4 years ago, and then the production takes about a year. So the film was released about 3 years ago. The story of Jackie Robinson, a fantastic story. Jackie Robinson played baseball at Rickwood Field as well, so we just thought that was a perfect match.
And so did the producers.
Apparently they did, because they were extremely excited about filming here. And it's exciting for us. It generates revenue. It generates a lot of media exposure. And then when the film industry people leave and go home to New York or L.A. or from wherever, then they talk about the park among their industry friends. Yes. And that has great value for us also.
Absolutely, and of course, Link Hand having a part in that was so wonderful.
It is exciting.
A local boy.
Local guy. Pretty exciting.
Look at that. And what are these photos here,
Well,
David?
again, we've tried to tell the story through photographs and some artifacts. I think this is a terrific photograph. This is a shot of some of the concession staff. So you see young ladies working at the concession stand at Rickwood Field. This was a photograph that was donated to us from a family member of one of the young ladies, and they were kind enough to donate a copy of the photograph.
Just a great photo because it shows the vintage dress. I would say 40s maybe?
I think so. It really is a snapshot of this time and sort of the innocence and the fun that goes along with the baseball park. This photograph is actually the room in which we're standing now was originally a restaurant, and it was called the Dugout Restaurant. And this is from the street. This is a street view where if you pulled up to the ballpark, you would have seen the dugout signage. And this was a place where, actually on site, where you could come in and sit down and eat, as opposed to eating in the stands.
So that was
Say, enjoying what you do for a living, it makes it easy to get up in the morning, come to work. It certainly does. It certainly does.
We have friends that sing a song about that. Rick and Gilda Watson have a song, and right now the lyrics escape me, but it's on the same lines.
Well, it's certainly nice to
Just what's wrong, my life. If you dread Monday morning and your job's killing you, you don't do what you love or love what you
the ballpark is open to the public Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. Our weekend hours are driven by our event schedule. So if we have games scheduled, then we're open on the weekend as well. We do tours, we do games, we do family events. People come out and just sit down in the grandstands and just enjoy themselves. And so we certainly would like to extend the invitation.
People need to bring their children here. It's such a good experience. In summertime, they need to get on down here and bring the children.
They do, and the ballpark part brings out the child in all of us, I think. And so it's just a great place.
Jobs that they hate,
Feeling to be here, I
they're
can vouch for
wasting
that.
their lives. There's a lesson worth learning they don't teach in school. Gotta do what you love and love what you do. When you do what you love and love what you do, all of your dreams can come true. If you started right now, it would not be too soon. Do what you love and love what you do. Everybody's gifted